All right, guys, so we're recording now, and my name is Sid James. I'm your instructor for Gender, Wealth, and Philanthropy, and I look forward to working with you guys. And we are recording a breakout session that is taking place, that is required of all students in Gender, Wealth, and Philanthropy. And in the breakout session, we're going to do several things, right, of importance. Number one, I'll give you a quick course overview, which I hope that will be helpful to you, to help you understand how to navigate the course and how to not get lost and muddled down in a bunch of stuff. Because my end goal for everybody in this class, frankly, is for you to feel really like this is worth your time. Okay. I've been in college before, and I actually have a son who is a sophomore right now in college. And one of the things that really grates on my nerves as a parent, but also as an instructor, is to hear students say, God, I just got through that class. It was such a waste of time. I learned nothing that's applicable to my life. All right, so what I'm really hoping for in this class is for you to learn a lot that is applicable to your life and that will stay with you forever. Okay, that's my goal for this class. Now, having said that, what is the class like? Okay, this is a projects-based class. It's not a come and show up, take a test, answer true or false, check A, B, C, or D. You're working on a project throughout the whole course, okay? What is the project? Well, you're building a website, right? You're building a website based on issues related to gender distinctions, financial responsibility, and philanthropy. So you're going to build throughout the next 10 weeks, which is a summer session, 15 weeks if you're in a fall and spring semester. But you're going to be building a website based on content related to the name of the class. The name of the class is what? Gender, Wealth, and Philanthropy. So we're going to be talking about gender distinctions, which you guys did actually last week. You know, you watched Jericho Wilson, yada, yada, yada. And then this week, we're going to begin our life journey together, okay? We're going to do about 60 years of life together from your 20s up until your 80s, right? With the idea that we're going to navigate through various life stages, starting with your first year out of Auburn, and then end with, you know, your probable death expectancy, right? So it's about 60 years from now is a probable death expectancy, right? All right, so during the course of that venture, 60 years, we're going to be talking about issues related to gender distinctions, wealth management or financial responsibility, and philanthropy, okay? So I want you to think of this course as empowering to you, educational to you, but applicable to you, right? And 60 years. So it's your lifespan. Essentially, we're going to simulate your life. All right. Now, why do I care that you care about that? Here's my reason. I want you to take this time that we have together and say, all right, this is all about me. This is not a true or false answer. This is not an A, B, C, or D. This is about me. And while I'm being educated, formally educated in college, and while I'm taking the time to do this, I'm going to write my life plan, okay? Because I've got this instructor who says her number one goal is for me to feel confident and to feel capable and confident and able to successfully navigate life phases, okay? So I don't really want you to think in terms of, oh, I just got to pass the midterm, then I do the final. Nope, let's not do that. I want you to think in terms of every week you're building a building block to building out your life goals, okay? Now, why am I so convinced that this is applicable? Well, let me ask you a question. Who in this room does not spend money? Who in this room spends money every day? What do you spend it on? Well, at this point, you spend it on breathing. All right, you got to eat, right? You got to pay your rent. You got to pay, every day, whether you're doing it consciously or subconsciously, you're spending money. Okay. Also, every day, and I'm going to pick on John for a minute, you're consciously or subconsciously thinking about helping someone else. Okay. Now, John, I know what John is up to on his free time, or maybe it's on his frontline time. He's got a nonprofit, a really cool nonprofit. In fact, why don't you tell him 2 seconds about what you're doing, John? It's really cool what I read.
I'm the vice president of a veteran nonprofit called Vet Dirty. We do disaster relief and search and recovery for missing people.
How cool is that? So John has on the forefront of his mind already now at a relatively young age, helping others, right? Serving others, manifesting his time, talent, treasure, and trust to be philanthropically to help fix a problem and or to make an impact. It's something that he's interested in. Okay. So my whole point being is the application of this class deals with something that you guys are going to be dealing with every day. You're going to be dealing with money. And ideally, you're going to be dealing with this idea of helping someone, being philanthropic. Okay. That's where the application piece comes in. All right. A quick thing about the class. Look, it's pretty easy. Again, I don't do tests. I do weekly discussion posts that help position you to build out your website. And then they also help position you to write your final paper. There are 100 points that you can earn in the class, okay? And you're adding to those points every week, okay? So 100-point scale. Now, I get a little obnoxious about posting the grading rubric because I want you to feel really confident in what you're doing. And I post an elongated grading rubric, which tells you each way you can earn points, right? Now, I want you to also know that this class is a lot of work, okay? It's a lot of work, but each week it builds upon itself, okay? Now, here's the structure of each week. You're going to get an overview in your modules. You're going to get reading assignments in your 2 textbooks. You're going to get some online reading assignments. You have some PowerPoints. Then you're going to do a discussion post, which incidentally, most discussion posts are due by 11:59 every Sunday, okay? Every week, hey, man, I got to get Sid's work in by 11:59 on Sunday. If I were you, I'd have it done by 5 o'clock on Friday. That way you don't have to worry about it over the weekend. Because this is a summer semester, some of the weeks are going to be heavier than others because I've got to get in to 10 weeks, 15 weeks worth of work, okay, worth of content. So some weeks it's going to be overload. So I would advise you to make sure you start early in the week looking at what you're going to have to do. Because if you wait till Sunday, you're not going to be able to finish all of it in some weeks, okay? Some weeks are a little bit shorter, but some weeks I have to really pack it in order to get all the content in for 10 weeks, right? Okay, so due date, 11:59 on Sundays. Just plug that into your head from now to the end of July. Got to get it done. There's one-off on that, meaning the final paper that you have is going to be due on Wednesday, August the 2nd, right? At 11:59 p.m. But there are lots of reminders. Now, as far as the content goes, I've already released the content until the last week. You've got all the content right now for the entire class, published, released, everything. You want to work ahead? Go right ahead. I have no problem with that. But hey, here's the deal. I don't grade late work, okay? So I want you to be on time. I want you to finish it before it's due. All right? I don't grade late work. Now, let's talk about something else. Extra credit. They're up to 6 extra credit points in the class, okay? And you can earn them. I give you an extra credit opportunity every week, if not 2 a week, okay? All right, those extra credit points, they go to your final grade. All right, I can promise you this. Every single semester, I have a student who has an 85 in the class. They didn't do the extra credits, so they didn't get an A. Or 75 in the class. They didn't do the extra credit, they didn't get a B. So it's easy to do. I'm looking for you to take the extra step and do the extra credit. Okay. You can earn them I think it's up to 1 point, if not 2 points a week, right? You get 6 to add to your final grade. Okay, so the structure of the class. Let me pull something up real quick for you guys. All right, can you guys see this? Everybody see this? This is what it looks like. Hey, you got modules, boom, 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 boom. They follow the same format. You get an overview, reading PowerPoints, some online viewings, etc. You do your discussion post. But I've laid it out so that each week looks very similar to the next, okay? What I don't want you to do is, because this is a distance class, feel like you're going to get lost in the content. You're not. I've laid it out very simply so that each week you can kind of have the same format for the modules, okay? You can see I've published all the way up to week 11. All right, I've gotten you through the class, guys, okay? Now, question, does anybody here have questions about the class? Format, anything like that? All right, now, here we are. We are in a breakout session, which is required. All right, why am I asking you to attend a breakout session? It's very simple. What we're gonna do in this breakout session is foundational. Okay, it is foundational. It is basics. For example, remember this. You know how you build a house? What do? You build your foundation first, right? You have your foundation blocks, and then you build up from there, right? All right, what we're doing today in the breakout session, foundational. In fact, it's so foundational that if I were to ask you a question about your life, the answer to any question I'm going to ask you is real simple. The answer is this. Oh, Sid, I go back to the big 4. I'm like, yep, you got it. So I'm going to ask Izzy. Hey, Izzy, you're single, you're 25 years old, you just got a promotion at work. What do you do? Izzy's going to say the correct answer is, oh, Sid, I go back to the big 4. I'm like, yep, you got it. All right, Jenna. You're 35, you just found out you're pregnant with twins. What do you do?
Go back to the big 4.
Yep. All right, John, you're 62, you want to retire. What do you do?
Go back to the big 4.
Absolutely. The answer to any question is going to be, I'm going back to the big 4. All right. So what's the big 4? Let's take a look at it, okay? Here's what is the big 4. All right, here's the big 4, guys. Very simple. It's 4 things. It is a spending plan. It is a debt list and debt repayment schedule. It is a net worth analysis, and it is financial goals. Okay, so hey, any phase in life, whether you're single, pre-married, married, having kids, going through a divorce, caregiving, saving for retirement, living in retirement. If I ask, hey, what are you going to do? Your answer is always going to be, I'm going back to the big 4. I have to tell you guys this. My uncle, my cherished uncle, got very, 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 very sick. And I had to take over his life, right? Well, here I was trying to take over his life, and I got panicky, like really panicky. Now, I've been teaching this class. I piloted this class in 2006, okay? And I got real panicky. Well, it took me about 24 to 36 hours to realize, idiot, go back to the big 4. You've been teaching this stuff forever. Why can't you take your own advice? So what did I do? I literally got into Canvas, started pulling these worksheets, sat down, got it going, a big 4 on his behalf and on my behalf in a caregiving role, and started getting it worked out. And you know what? A day later, I didn't have any more questions. I knew exactly what to do, and the panic had gone. Okay. So that's how foundational the big 4 is. So what we're going to do is I want everybody to pull out your big 4. Have you got your big 4 handy? Did everybody here open it up? You got it handy? All right, I want you to pull it out. Guys, we're going to start with the spending plan. Okay, we're going to start with the spending plan. And what we're going to do is we're going to work line by line by line by line of the big 4. Okay, and we're going to simulate it for your first year out of college. All right, so your first year out of college. Hey, I'm getting these weird notes about my voice not being heard. Can you guys hear me okay? Voice quality is okay? All right. Yeah, I get these pop-ups from Zoom. I don't know if you can see them or not, but I'm getting them. Anyway, so we're going to simulate your first year out of college, okay? Because what I want you to have when you graduate from Auburn in 2024, and I guess we have a December graduate. Hey, Jenna, when are you graduating?
I'm graduating in August.
Oh, 2 months from now?
Yeah, I just have 2 classes over the summer I'm taking.
Whoa, girl, you standing at the edge of the diving board.
Yep.
Whoa, yeah, okay. Well, hopefully this is going to be really helpful to you. Anyway, we're going to simulate your first year out of college using the big 4, okay? So before we dive into all of this, I'm going to need to ask you guys some questions to kind of help you figure out where you're going to be, like what you're going to do, how much money you're going to make, yada, yada, yada. So I'm going to go around the room here and just ask you guys questions. So Jenna, you said you graduate in August. What are you going to do? Like, what is your plan?
It's kind of up in the air right now, but I'm thinking I'm gonna be working at a yacht club in Tampa.
Uh-huh. Doing what?
I kind of want to start as a food and beverage manager.
Uh-huh.
Probably. Most
What's your
likely.
major?
Hospitality.
Good. Have you got a minor?
Yeah, business administration.
Gotcha. Very good. So is Tampa where you're from? What's taking you there?
Me and my sister want to move down there, so we're gonna move together probably.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Have you started interviewing yet?
No, I have connections there, so I just have to kind of let the person know like when I would want to work or when I
Uh-huh.
would start. So I'm waiting on like 1 more month to kind of pursue that.
Have they given you any idea how much they would pay you? They can pay you by the hour, they don't pay you a salary.
It would be salary, but I have not asked how much yet.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good. All right, great. Well, good luck. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, John, what about you? What are your plans for when you graduate?
Well, I'm already retired from the military after 20 years, so this is kind of different. I don't know. I might throw a little niche in how this works, but
That's all right. I've worked with adult students before.
so I mean, it's really up in the air what I want to do. I have a couple of options to where I can go because I'm doing dietitian, where
Yeah.
I have some buddies that own gyms that want me to come work for them or start my own.
Uh-huh. So you're retired from the military, and are you a full-time student?
Yes,
Very cool. Are you here back on that military plan that we have at Auburn?
yes, I'm with the oh Lord, the Veterans Resource out there.
Yeah. Awesome. That's great. How long were you in the military?
20 years.
Wow. So you retired after 20 years back, and then you got this nonprofit you're doing on the side. Do you get a salary out of that, or you just doing it
No,
on?
that is, we don't, me and my brother don't make anything off, none of my board members make anything off the nonprofit. It is legit
Yeah.
nonprofit.
Yeah, so so you are that's really cool. That's awesome. Have you ever heard of Flags for Vets?
What was that again?
Have you ever heard for Flags for Vets?
Yes.
Yeah, Jamie Pompwell, who started that, we grew up together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's done a great job with that. So you're looking at what do you think you're gonna I guess you're working and doing school full time, right?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think you want to do? You're gonna maybe open up a gym, get into new dietetics.
Yeah, I haven't really made my mind up exactly which one I want to do because I know with the VA I can use it for a business loan and everything like that to open my own gym and get all my equipment. So
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. All right. Well, we're gonna I need to think about your case for a little bit. It's very interesting. All right, Izzy, you're up. What's your plan?
It kind of depends. Eventually, I'm from DC. I want to go back there and work as like a consultant for the government. Um, but for at least 1 year after graduation, my girlfriend is in grad school here for audiology, and
Yeah.
she'll be in her 4th year. Basically, like she's still technically in school, like part of the program, but she can move anywhere in the United States and like work as if she like just has a normal job. And so for that first year, after we get married, it just kind of like depends on where we'll be based on like whatever position she gets as like the best one. So like where we're looking right now is like Hawaii or Boston. So it's kind of like all over the place. So I just kind of would probably just get like a temporary job for like a year, uh,
Uh-huh.
and then move to DC after that, and then start my career.
Okay. Okay, wow, 3 unique cases. That's really cool. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start working the spending plan. Everybody got it handy? Either print it out or where you can type in on your computer, right? All right, the first thing I want you to do is to own it. In other words, write your name down, right? Second thing I want you to do is start to fill out this line across the top, which is a summation or a summary of your income. Okay. Now, there are two types of income that are listed. One is a gross salary right here, right? Another one is net salary take home. Hey, what's gross salary? What is gross salary?
everything included tax before taxes.
Bingo. That's right. That's generally what they quote you when you go to a job. Okay. Like, hey, Jenna, you're going to be making $30,000 as our food and beverage manager at the Tampa Yacht Club, right? They'll quote you that $30,000. All right. What is net salary? Net salary take home. What is that? Everything
After
after
taxes.
taxes. Everything after taxes. All right. So, but you catch the two words here, net salary, take home. That's what you're going to take home, okay, to live on, right? So your gross salary is going to be a good bit higher than what you're actually going to be living on. So what I want you to do now is we're going to simulate your initial salary, right? Your first year out of college. So Izzy, based on what you're telling me, temp job, whatever, I think you'll be lucky to make about 15 bucks an hour. Okay. $15 an hour, multiply that times 40. That's $600. Multiply that times 52 weeks. That's $31,000 and some change. All right. So what I want you to do right here, buddy. Okay. So I want you to write down $31,000.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, Jenna, kind of the same with you, buddy. I don't know, or maybe you can, but it kind of seems like you're going to patch in some time before you start a full-time job. Is that right? Or you think you can go out and get a salary job?
I think I'll be able to get a salary drop with my degree.
Okay, my guess is you're gonna start at around 35,000.
Okay.
All right, so put down 35,000. Okay, John, your total unique. Do you want to count your retirement pension or not?
No, not for this. I won't.
Okay, all right, so we're not gonna count your retirement pension. All
Because
right,
it's all tax free.
right, and well, we'll do it however you want to do it. Are you married?
I'm going through a divorce right now.
Okay, but my whole point of that is, do you have another income in your family? Or
No,
is it just you?
just me.
Just you, okay. All right, so why don't we do this? Let's not count for your pension, but how much money do you think you can make? I mean, you said you're bartending, right?
Right now I'm bartending. Yeah, I mean, but with the buddy that's got the gym that wants me to do a dietitian, he told me it would be anywhere between 80 to 120,000 a year. That's what he would pay me, depending on if I was running the gym and doing personal training and dietitian for him.
All right, let's just put down 80.
Okay.
See what we come up with. See what we come up with. All right, now guys, that's gross salary. What I need you to do is to take your gross salary and let's just account for 30% is going to need to be taken out for taxes, okay? It's a little high, all right, but I'd rather play conservative, right? So I want you to take the salary that I gave you and subtract out 30%. And that's gonna give you your net take-home pay, okay? Annual. Then, once you get that net take-home pay, I want you to divide it by 12, and you're gonna get your estimated monthly take-home pay. Monthly, okay? See where I'm going with this? All right, so work some math real quick. For those of you who are watching, just do what they're doing. Take your gross salary, reduce it by 30% to account for taxes. You'll get your net take-home pay. Divide that by 12. You'll get an estimated monthly take-home. All right, everybody got your numbers? John, what'd you come up with?
Monthly would be $4,667.
All right, look, John, put that number 2 places, right? We're gonna put it here, estimated take-home pay right there. Then you're gonna put it here, and you're gonna pull it down to here, okay? So 41, 41, 41. What'd you come up with, Izzy?
1,808.
Correct. All right. Apply that number to here, here, and here. How about you, Jenna? What'd you come up with?
2,042.
Exactly. All right. Do the same thing. Apply it to here, here, and here. All right. So that's income. That's estimated income, guys. Your first year out of college, right? All right. Now, so we have 2 things to deal with. We have spending. We have 2 types of expenditures. We have fixed expenditures and variable expenditures. On the first page of your spending plan, we're going to work through fixed expenditures, okay? Fixed expenditures. All right, what does a fixed expenditure include? Well, things like philanthropy. We're going to give a little money away every month. I don't care if it's $1 or $10 million. I want you to get into the habit of setting up your systems, right? By way of practicing money smart skills and philanthropy, okay? So we're gonna give a little bit of money away and we're gonna spend money. Hey, what's a fixed expenditure?
Something that has to be paid. It's a necessity.
And fixed, it kind of stays the same, right? Okay, stays the same. It doesn't vary. So there are two types of expenditures, fixed expenditure and variable expenditure. What we're going to work on the first page are our fixed expenditures. Okay, fixed expenditures. Now, we're only going to work on this projected column here because when you get out, you can actually go in and fill in your actual column right here and see how your projections were. All right. My goal is for them to be pretty close to reality so that you're not shocked when you get out there, right? All right. So let's start with line 1, philanthropy. Let's give a little money away to support our favorite nonprofit. I'm sure John would like some money for his nonprofit. All right. So project right here what you would like to give away each month. All right. Take a second and do that and put your number in there. All right, let's go to the next category of fixed expenditures. And you can see it's housing and utilities, right? Housing and utilities. All right, in this category, we're going to calculate mortgage, rent, electricity, gas, cell phone, water, sewer, garbage, cable, internet, household maintenance, okay? So what I want to do is start with mortgage or rent. Okay, Jenna, you said you're going to go to Tampa, right? Do you have any idea what your living arrangement is going to be like?
I would do one roommate.
Okay, do you have any idea how much rents are down there?
I would be paying $1,000 around probably.
Okay, let's be on the conservative side. Let's say 1,100. Okay, Izzy, what about you? Where are you going to be? Are you going to be here, or where do you think you and your girlfriend are going to be?
Most likely Hawaii right now.
Okay, do you know anything about rents there?
Yeah, like the estimate for us right now is like roughly 2,200 ish.
Yeah. Okay, put that in there. Put 2,200. All right, John, do you are you apartment? Are you in a house?
House. All right. I'm staying here.
Okay, so you know what your mortgage is, right? All right, put your mortgage
Yeah.
down there, your mortgage payment there, buddy. All right, electricity. John, you probably know these numbers. Why don't you go ahead and fill out each one of these categories? Then on household maintenance, you're in a different situation. On household maintenance, I recommend to students who are just getting out, put down $50. Just do it. But since you're in a house, you probably have a better idea of what your monthly household maintenance is. So put that number there too, okay? All right, Izzy and Jenna, let me work with you guys for a minute. Electricity. My guess is your portion is going to be about $75 to $100. Okay. If you have one other roommate like Jenna's thinking about, then you're probably going to be splitting $150 to a $200 electricity bill, right? Izzy, same with you. Gas for home. I don't know if they have gas in Hawaii for heating homes, but they probably do for water. So Izzy, your portion is probably going to be about $30.
Okay.
Jenna, probably the same for you. Probably about $30. Cell phone, $100 a month, especially if you have full data. Water, sewer, garbage. Izzy and Jenna, probably your portion is going to be about $30 a month. Cable internet, my guess is going to be it's about $50 a month for your portion. And then household maintenance is 50. Now, what I want you to do when you get all these numbers is I want you to take all of those numbers, add them up, and total them up here onto this line, okay? So you take a cumulative of all of these numbers here, right? all these numbers here, you add them up and put them in that line, okay? All right, take a minute to do that. All right, everybody got your numbers? Let's go to the next category. Hey, guys, the next category involves debt, okay? Right here. Hey, what is debt?
Like when you owe money to someone or credit card company or something.
Exactly, exactly. So basically, you owe money to somebody, right? So it could be like, as you said, a credit card company, maybe you have a car loan, maybe you have student loans, maybe you have a home mortgage, business and investment debt. I mean, these are all the types of debt, right? Education loans. So in our spending plan, our next fixed expenditure category involves debt, okay? So what I want to ask you guys is, who here has debt? I do. Or are you going to have debt when you enter the real world or enter outside of Auburn? Okay, is it education debt? Are you going to have education debt? Anybody here got student loans? Izzy, you do? Do you have any idea how much you have?
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Okay. Jenna, what about you? You got any debt?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Lucky you. Hey, John, you mentioned you had some debt. Is it a house payment kind of deal?
House payment, Harley, couple credit cards.
Uh-huh. Good. Have you got any idea how much you have?
Oh, it's a good bit.
Okay.
It's up there into the probably 200,000 when you add the house and the Harley.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it is. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, guys. Put aside or to the side your spending plan, okay? And let's go and retrieve these two documents, a debt list, right? A debt list and then a debt repayment schedule, okay? You got those two? All right, retrieve those documents. Then we're going to kind of do what we did before. We're going to own the debt list. So write your name on it. And then we're going to categorize or catalog each type of debt that you have, okay? In this first section, let's just say you got Bancorp or Cadence Bank is a mortgage, right? Mortgage right there, Regions Bank, I don't know. You got a bank that's got a mortgage. You put that bank there. What was purchased? Well, you put a house. What's your monthly payment? What's your estimated balance due? Your scheduled payoff date, interest rate, and any payments that are past due. Okay. So you do this list, this inventory, right? For all the debts that you have. Okay. And what it's going to ultimately tell you is the type of debt that you have and what it was for. Okay. And then you can get an idea of this. Look, your total debt picture. Okay. That's what I want you to get to, is to have an idea of like your total debt picture, right? All right. Then once you categorize all of that and put it on this one sheet of paper, right? Then for each creditor, I want you to fill out one of these. Okay, so like, hey, John, like for your mortgage or whatever, you're going to put your name, your date, creditor, ABC Mortgage Company, what was purchased, my house, how much do you owe, what's your interest rate. Then you're going to go in, you're going to put down your payments remaining. Now, in your case with the big mortgage like that, just combine it for a whole year. You don't need to write down every month. Combine it for a whole year. But hey, look, Izzy and John, this is what I want you to focus on, okay? What I want you to focus on is this right here. I want to know your target DF day, okay? Your target DF day is your target debt-free day, okay? Just spend some time into these numbers. You're going to be able to figure out what your target DF day is, okay? Like, hey, John, you might have a 5-year loan or whatever on your Harley, right? All right. You know, let's figure out when you're going to get that bad boy paid off. All right. You might have a 30-year mortgage on your house, right? Well, let's figure out what your target DF day is. Hey, once you get your target DF day, you might actually say to yourself, I don't want to be in debt that long, man. I'm going to prepay this stuff. I'm going to prepay it. And then you're going to go to your bank and say, what's the fastest, easiest way to prepay this? Help me with the prepayment schedule here. I'll be honest, I've got a mortgage now on some land that I bought. And I told myself, all right, I'm going to pay this thing off in 10 years. That's what I want to do. And actually, I wanted to pay it off sooner than that, right? So what I did is I went to the bank, I sat down and I said, all right, I really want to get rid of this just as fast as I can. So we put in a little bit more money each month towards principal. Okay. And it reduces my principal amount. I'm not paying interest on it, but it reduces my principal amount, which in turn reduces my debt-free day, right? When I get to, or it makes it shorter. Okay. Hey, Izzy, you can do the same with student loans, buddy. You can go pay down as much as you can to get to this target DF day. All right. Now, what good is a target DF day? Boy, it really sheds a lot of light on financial planning for you. Okay. Not just financial planning, but philanthropic planning, goals planning, life planning. How do you want your life to look? Okay. So when you turn in your big four to me, I want to see that you guys have worked through these. Okay. What I'm really looking to see is, hey, did John figure out when his DF day is? You might have different DF days for different loans. Harley might be 3 more years, house might be 27 more years, whatever, credit card debt or whatever, that might be 2 years. Yeah, I don't know, but I want you to inventory your debts, okay? Embrace it, get to know it, figure it out, and then go after it and get it, right? Then what you do after you finish these 2 worksheets is you put these payments where they belong on your fixed expenditures, right? Like here, installment credit card payments, you put that there. Creditor, John, you've already accounted for your mortgage, buddy, right up here. Okay, don't duplicate that. But, your Harley, boom, put that there. Your, I don't know, maybe you end up going to have a business loan or whatever. Whole point being is you have inventoried your creditors, how much your monthly payments are, and then you have calculated all of that, right? Calculated all of that so that in your head each month you're going to be paying X amount towards servicing your debt or paying down your debt. Does that make sense? Who's got questions? So there's a big difference between like John and Izzy and Jenna, and it's the obvious is age. I can remember when I got out of college, right? When I got out of college, I did not quite understand how debt worked. Okay. I didn't get it. I thought, oh, you go and you ring up address on a credit card or whatever, or you ring up gas on a credit card. Well, the next thing I knew, I'd kind of gotten myself into some debt, right? And was really struggling to get it paid off, right? My goal for you in this part of our conversation today is I really want you to get on top of your debt. Okay. Don't be afraid of it. Embrace it and deal with it. Okay. Embrace it and deal with it. All right. Now, Jenna, you said you had no debt, right? All right. When you turn in your debt sheets, which you're going to turn in when you turn in your big four, I want you to put your name on it, draw a cross or an X across the debt list and debt repayment schedule, and write debt virgin. You are a debt virgin. Okay. You are a debt virgin. So that's how you turn it in. Okay. And then on your spending plan, Jenna, you're going to put 0 right here. Okay. All right. For purposes of today with John and Izzy, here's what I want you to do. I want you to guesstimate what your creditor payments are, John. Okay. Just kind of guesstimate. Don't get into the weeds too deep. Just do a quick boom, boom, boom estimate. And then Izzy, why don't you put down, you think your only debt's going to be student loan, right?
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you just put down, I'm just slapping a number out there. You've got some homework to do to go figure out what an estimate payment is. Put down $250 for today. Okay. But between now and when you turn in your big four, I want you to have researched it and figured out, okay, what your estimated payment's going to be.
Okay.
All right, so that we've just dealt with debt, right? Next category on fixed expenditures is savings and investments, right? Savings and investments. All right. Here's what I want everybody to do. It sounds cheesy, but I'm getting ready to make a point. Hold up your hand like this. All right. What do we see? We have 5 fingers on a hand, right? 5 fingers. All these fingers work together to make for a strong hand, right? They all have their purpose. Some are short, some are medium, and some are long, right? That's what I want you to think about when you're thinking about savings and a saving strategy. You have short-term savings needs, mid-term savings needs, and long-term savings needs. Make sense? Short, medium, and long-term. And they each have their own purpose and each are important, just like the fingers on your hand, okay? So let's talk about savings and investments. Well, the first 2 types of savings that we have are going to be more in the short-term category. That's going to involve an emergency fund and cash savings. Now, what do we spend emergency dollars for? How about this? Something like a tire. You ran over a bunch of nails and you got to go buy new tires. Okay. Or, your pet got sick and you got to get them to the vet. Right. All right. What I want Izzy and Jenna to do is I want you to get into the habit of saving money every month for an emergency fund. Put in $50 there. John, you're in a different situation. You have a lot more income and probably a lot different types of needs than someone right out of college. So why don't you come up with a number that you would like to stash away to put into an emergency fund? Okay. All right, cash savings. Let's think about cash savings. What is cash savings for? Well, it can be for anything such as going on a vacation, saving up to buy a car, ultimately saving or starting to put money away to have a down payment on a house, right? Other cash savings. Maybe you want to buy a business. You need to put some equity, cash into a business. So I want Izzy and Jenna to start and think in terms of $50 a month right there. Okay. John, you're in a different boat. So why don't you come up with your number about what you want for a cash savings, and your needs going to be real different than Izzy and Jenna. All right, so these are our two short-term type savings. All right. Other investments, stocks, bond, real estate. This could be more of our medium category, right? All right, medium category savings, what would it be for? Well, you know, maybe you got kids and you want to start planning, or maybe you want to start planning for your kids' college education. Maybe you want to go and buy a house and you need to save up about $50,000 or $60,000 to put a down payment down on a house, right? Maybe you are planning on opening up a dietetics business that coincides with the gym, and you need to save some money now, you know, with the idea that ultimately you might go and buy a gym, or, you know, I don't know, but it's more of your medium term investments. It's something that you might be needing 5 years to 15 years, 5 to 10. Okay. Now, Jenna and Izzy probably put down another $50 there. John, you're in a different boat. Do you have a saving strategy now that you're doing?
Not really.
Not really. Well,
wish I had this when I was their age.
I do too. That's why I'm so passionate about it.
They need to give this to privates in the military too.
You know, we've actually thought about doing that, you know.
It needs it because
Yeah.
they don't get taught this.
They don't get taught it at all. This is why I'm so passionate about the application piece of this, you know, being applicable to your life, you know, at any stage of life. You know, the only difference between you and Izzy and Jenna right now is your age and your circumstances. But as far as this form goes, there's not a line that's going to change on it.
No.
You know, there's not a line that's going to change on. That's why I'm telling you, this is foundation, whether you're 20 or how old are you, John?
41.
41, or in my case, 58, you know. Anyway, okay, so other investments. This is your medium term type investments, right? So Izzy and Jenna put down 50. John, why don't we put down a number for you? You got to work on that, buddy. All right, now let's talk longer term investments. All right, that involves an individual retirement account, okay, and a 401k or 403b or a pension plan, okay? So these are longer term investing is like investing and thinking, and more importantly, saving and planning, strategically planning for your retirement years, right? I will tell you, your generation, and John, this does include you, your generation is not going to have what I have, okay? I was born in 1964. I'm the last year of the baby boomers, right? Last year of the baby boomers. My generation, we're actually going to get Social Security, okay? I'm actually part of a pension plan, being part of Auburn University. John, you part of a pension plan by virtue of being in the Army, right?
Yeah.
And then, but hey, Izzy and Jenna and John, all three of you, you are going to be dependent on you yourself to fund your retirement. Okay. Now, John's a little bit different case. He's
I
military.
might get lucky and get Social Security.
You might get lucky. Exactly. I mean, who here's been watching this debt crisis thing we've been going through? Okay. Who here thinks this is the first time we've been dealing with this problem in this country? Friends, when you get to Unit 6, I hope it scares you. I want it to scare you, okay? I want it to scare you so much that when you go back to your big four, you're going to look at this line right here, this individual retirement account line, and this 401k or 403b line, and you're going to say, by God, she was right. I got to deal with it on my own to fund me, okay? So what I want you to do is at this point, at this day, right now, I want you to commit to the mantra of the class. All right. What is the mantra of this class? It's 3 words. It's actually 6 words. They're 2 mantras. But the first mantra, it is 3 words. Whatever you do, however you do it, do not forget it. Okay? It's early, regularly, and aggressively. All right, what does that mean? It means early in your life and regularly throughout your life and aggressively throughout your life. You're going to spend your money wisely, save it wisely, and share it passionately as a way of reflecting your values and what you want to see happen. Okay, ERA, early, regularly, aggressively. Early, regularly, aggressively. I want you to play that like cadence in your head. Okay, cadence in your head. ERA, ERA, ERA. I got to save early, spend wisely. I got to share. Spend, save, and share. So 3 S's of money, right? That should be your mantra. And that is the mantra of this class. All right, the second mantra of this class is recovery is key. Because guess what? Who here is perfect? Nobody. Nobody. You are going to mess up. I promise you, you will mess up. Okay? What you have to do when you mess up, though, is to recover. Recovery is key. You have to recover. Okay? So, early, regularly, aggressively, and recovery is key. Now, let's talk about individual retirement accounts. What is an IRA? What's an IRA, friends? It's an individual retirement account. It is a retirement account that you fund for your benefit. Okay? Now, it's not an employer sponsored one. It is an individual retirement account. Anybody here ever heard of a Roth IRA? Heard of a Roth IRA? Okay, what is that? It's an individual retirement account where when you put money into it, okay, you do not get a tax benefit, but when you draw it out, it is tax-free. Okay, it is tax-free. All right, why do you need to set up an IRA?
A lot of companies now don't even offer 401 or Ks or 403Bs anymore.
That's right. They don't. They don't. So you are going to be responsible for your retirement. Hang on one sec, guys. Somebody just walked in my office. I want to make sure they're okay. All right. So you need to start saving early, regularly, and aggressively for your retirement. Okay. And you need to do it sooner rather than later. In fact, who here has ever heard of the time value of money? Anybody know what that is? Time value of money is this idea of compounding interest. Okay. The sooner you get it in and investing it, the more it has time to build. Okay. You're going to learn a lot more about this in units 6 and 7. Okay. For today, for a spending plan, I want everybody, John, you might want to put in a different number because if you haven't started, you're probably going to be wanting to catch up, right? All right, everybody put down $50 right there. Okay, next line, a 401k and a 403b. Okay, what are these?
I think 401ks are offered by like for-profit companies. And 403bs are from nonprofit companies.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's correct. Correct. nonprofit companies or other. Okay, so what it is an employer sponsored retirement plan. Okay, so you go to work for ABC corporate America, right? If they have an option for this type of benefit, sometimes it works like this. They're all different. Each company is different. They will match up to a certain amount, the amount that you contribute into it, okay? For example, at Auburn, we can put in, I think it's up to 7%, and Auburn will match up to a certain amount of that, of our salary, right? I just do it monthly, right? You might have heard the term maxing out your 401k. Anybody here ever heard that term? Okay, what does that mean? That means that you're contributing the max amount so that you are getting the maximum amount of a match from that company, right? What you don't want to do is you don't want to not contribute. You want to contribute because you're likely leaving free money there or match money there if you don't, okay? Now, in this case, in Izzy in your case, and in Jenna in your case, I don't see where you're going to have access to a 401k or a 403b. That's why this other investment section here is very important to you. Okay? It's very important to you. So you might want to toss more money into this category. Okay? John, do you, I guess you're in school full time. You don't have access to anything like that, do you?
No, I do not.
Okay. All right. So you might want to put some more money in your investment category, right? But you have had access to this, a pension plan, right? Through the military.
Yes.
You want to tell them what it is? What a pension plan is?
Well, I don't know if it would really be a pension plan with the military because, I mean, it all depends on how many
It's
years you
government
did.
pension.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on how many years you did, if you were medically retired or if you did a
That's
complete
right.
20 years, what your rank was when you retired.
That's right.
So there's a lot of different factors that go into exactly what you would get out of your retirement plan or pension.
That's exactly right. Okay, friends, here's what it is. It's guaranteed income from a previous employer. In John's case, he was a government employee by serving in the Army. Okay. I'm a government employee because I work at our university. And yes, pension plan payouts vary based on years of service. Could be your age, could be how many years of service you have, all of that, right? So John is exactly right. The key is it's guaranteed income for life after you retire. Okay. John, you're going to get that for life, right?
Yes.
Yep. So it's guaranteed income for life, right? But it varies based on a lot of things. Okay. Izzy and Jenna, I don't see you guys having access to that. But John, you clearly do. And you are, I guess you're probably living off that right now, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So here's the deal, y'all. Savings and investments. I want you to spend a minute, add up all these categories and do what we've done before. Put it right here, okay? Under savings and investments. Got it? All right. Everybody got your number? Hey, let's do the same thing. Hold up your hand. Let's talk insurance. Same principle. Every finger's different, but they all serve a purpose of completing your risk management portfolio. Okay. They also serve that purpose. So first insurance you got, health insurance. John, do you get this through retirement at the Army?
I do.
You on track here?
Yes,
Do you pay a premium for that?
I do not.
Wow, so it's free?
Yes, depending on, like I said, it all depends on how you get out, how long you spend in there, what all you get when you retire.
Yeah. Wow, you retired at full benefits then?
Yes,
Wow, good for you, man. Thank you for your service, by the way.
thank you.
Okay, so health insurance. Izzy and Jenna, my guess is about $100 a head. Okay, auto insurance. Is everybody here gonna keep a car? You gonna keep a car in Hawaii, Izzy? No, okay, you don't
No.
have to worry about auto insurance. Jenna, you'll need a car in Tampa. Why don't you put down $60 to $75? John, you know what yours is.
Uh-huh.
Okay, life insurance. Hey, why is life insurance important?
You never know how long you're gonna live.
Yes, it's a risk management strategy, okay? And look, funerals are bloody expensive, like really expensive. And if you have debts, somebody's got to pay your debt. So what I recommend is going out and getting, you younger folks, getting a little term insurance policy. It's pretty cheap. You can pick up one for about $25. John, do you have life insurance now that's provided for you through the Army?
Yes, I do.
Okay, do you have any other supplemental life insurance?
No, I do not.
Okay, well, do you pay a premium on that or do they give it to you?
Nope, that's given to me too.
Okay, all right, homeowners insurance. Look, whether you're renting or whether you're spending money on homeowners insurance, you've got to have something to protect your home, especially, I mean, mortgage company's requirement if you buy a house, right? Okay, so John, you know your homeowner's insurance number. Jenna and Izzy, probably for renter's insurance, $25 a month. Now, let's go to this next category, which is other HSA, life, disability, etc. Okay, question for you. Do any of you all have ongoing medical treatment that you take, whether it's medicines or whatnot? Here's the reason why I'm asking. I once had a student who was on, she was type 1 diabetic and she was on insulin. Her insulin was $600 a month out of pocket. It was outrageous, $600 a month. So in her case, a health savings account would have been something for her to consider, right? Because a health savings account works like this. It is money that you set aside in pre-tax dollars, okay, to set aside pre-tax dollars to pay for medical expenses, anticipated medical expenses, right? So does anybody here feel like they fit in that category? I know when we had a child, we did set up a health savings account because he had asthma and we were spending quite a bit of money on asthma treatments, you know. It reduces your taxable income, right? It'll reduce your taxable income. But if you don't feel like you fit in that category, don't worry, we'll move on. But let's talk about disability insurance. What is disability insurance? Disability insurance is insurance that if in the event you are rendered into a situation where you cannot work, okay, it will, after a certain amount of time, depending on the policy, will reimburse your part or some of your income, okay? For example, in Janet Bodner's book, she talks about an attorney, a young attorney, who was in a car accident. She was rendered a quadriplegic. She could not work. Her disability insurance ultimately kicked in, and she was able to recoup some of her income, and it was recouped for life, right? All right, why do you need to worry about this as a young person? The reason why you need to worry about this as a young person is you have more years to fund than I do, okay? I'm really super close to retirement, right? You have more years to fund than I do. John, did they give you guys disability insurance in the Army?
No, they didn't, but the VA has my disability now, which is another
Right.
paycheck.
See, there you go. Okay, VA's got his disability. He's getting not only your retirement, but you're getting a disability check, right?
Yes.
Very good. Okay, so let's do the same thing we did in savings and all these other categories. Hey guys, add all this stuff up and put it under insurance. And then take a look at this. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to get that done. I want you to go back up, starting with philanthropy, add up all of your yellow bars and put your subtotal fixed expenses in this category here, okay? Subtotal fixed expenses, right? Put it there. And then we have calculated your subtotal fixed expenses, okay? Y'all add that up.
You muted yourself. Oh, we lost you.
Okay, guys, you got your number? Let's go to the back page. Variable expenses. Hey, what's a variable expense? It
Expenses.
varies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it varies. One month it might be one amount, the next it might be another, right? Okay, so let's start out with variable expenses that include taxes, okay? Miscellaneous taxes and things like that. This could be your car tag, your Harley tag, whatever. Why don't we just put right here about $30, okay? John, if yours is different for your Harley, put in that number, okay? You'll know how much it is. All right, then let's go to food. Hey, the two types of food expenditures, right? A grocery bill and a dining out bill, okay? Grocery bill and dining out bill. Hey, you gotta eat, okay? You gotta eat. So what I want you to do is I want you to take a minute and estimate your monthly grocery bill, okay? And then estimate your monthly dining out bill. Now, let me give you a hint. Breakfast is somewhere between $8 and $12. Lunch somewhere between $18 and $25 or $15 and $25. Dinner somewhere between $20 and $50. Okay, so take a minute, guesstimate how many times you're going to be going out a month, right? And then your food, okay? I'm going to give you a minute to figure that out. Okay, you got your food number? All right, let's go to transportation. Who here is gonna be buying a new car? No new car? John, you got a car in the wings anywhere? Nope, okay, 0. That's where you put your car payments, right here in automobile. But hey, you guys are buying gas and oil, right? Gas and oil, all right. 2.5 fill-ups per month. Especially you, Jenna. Tampa's a big travel area. You know, I don't know about Hawaii, Izzy, but you know, John, you're probably rocking and rolling quite a bit, aren't you? So let's just say calculate 2.5 fill-ups per month, okay? Maintenance and repairs, let's put down $35. Public transportation, anybody here Uber? Yeah, I don't know what the Uber climate's like in Hawaii, is he? But Jenna, you probably will in Tampa. So put your number there. Do the same thing, guys. Add them up. Put your number in transportation. Okay, let's go to the next category, clothing. I do not want you to worry about spouse and children at this point. I only want you to worry about you. Here's my deal with clothing. Whether you're male or female, I won't take anything less than $50. Okay, so you have to have at least $50 there. Jen, I think women tend to spend a little bit more money on clothes than men. So, I don't know, but a minimum of $50. Take a second to think about your clothing number. Okay, medical, dental, out of pocket. All right, this is stuff like co-pays. What else? Afrin, aspirin, ibuprofen, Pepto-Bismol, over-the-counter meds. All right, I would just maybe put $30 a month. And then let's go to personal care. All right, we're going to worry about spending money, recreation, entertainment, vacation, and travel, right? All right, spending money. Women love to spend money on stuff, okay? We love to spend money on candles for birthdays. You name it, whatever. Women are spenders. Did you know that over 80% of the consumer decisions in this country are made by women, not by men? So spending money, gifts, small purchases, etc. Put in a number there that you estimate, and then let's talk in terms of personal care. Hey, women, we do hair, we do waxes, we do manicures, we do pedicures, we do massages, we do all of that. We do makeup, we do all of that. All right. Do not underestimate how expensive that stuff is. My little petty Manny deal, that's a lot of money every month just to have nice fingers and toes, right? And this category of that's where that goes. Men, you guys get off really easy. My son's haircuts are like $10 a piece, and he has a beard, so he's really low maintenance. My hair, on the other hand, $160 every other month. It's a lot of money, right? All right, do not worry about spouse and children, but let's talk about this one: recreation, entertainment, vacation, and travel. Okay, look, Rascal Flats are in town, you're gonna go see them, right? If you're in Hawaii, you're gonna go surfing. If you're in Tampa, you're gonna go see something, you're gonna go do something. Maybe you guys are gonna come back for an Auburn game. Who knows? But what I'm saying is recreation, entertainment, vacation, and travel is very real, and it is expensive. It is costly. So you have to prepare for this, right? and prepare for it by putting in that monthly number, right? Put in that monthly number so that you are very prepared for the things that you want to do, you know? All right, I want you to take a minute and calculate all of these that we just talked about and put your total into personal care, all right? I'll give you a minute to do it. You need to think about it a little bit. Okay, we making progress? All right, education. Let's talk about education. Hey, John, are you paying for your education or is the Army?
The Army,
Huh?
the military, the Army is
Great. They pay for tuition, books, everything?
everything.
Wow,
Even
do
if
they
I
give
had
you,
to, even if I had to buy something like a watch for one of the fitness classes, they pay me back for it.
really? What about, do they give you a stipend too? Like a, you gotta live on something stipend?
Yes, I still get for housing and everything.
That is way cool. Very good.
It took 20 years of
Okay.
my life, but yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, so you're not having to pay for your education, right?
No,
Okay, very good. Okay, Izzy, you had mentioned your girlfriend was gonna go to grad school, right?
She's in grad school now.
She's in grad school. Are you planning on going to grad school too?
No.
Hang on one sec, guys. Okay, what about you, Jen? Are you planning on going back to school at all?
No, I'm not.
Okay, all right, well, in this case, education is 0 for all of you. But you obviously see where you would put any education expenses, that would be right here, right? Let's go to membership and subscriptions, professional development. Hey, John, does dietetics have continuing education requirements? Do you have CEU requirements when you get out?
I believe so.
I think you do. All right, this is where your professional development fees would be. I don't really see Israel, you or Jenna doing any of that. Okay, magazines, newspapers. Anybody here take those, whether they're online or in paper? All right, gym. You spend money at a gym. Yeah, right now it's free when you're in Auburn, but you're gonna go out. Are you gonna want to have a gym membership when you get out? Probably 30 to 40 bucks a month there, right? All right, here's the big one. Netflix, Hulu Prime. Who here has those? I know I do. All right, so count in your subscriptions there, right? Hey, add those up, put them under here, okay? Take a second to do that. All right, pets. Who's got pets? I see a kitty cat in Jenna's corner. All right, it's $50 per head per month, okay? That may seem like a lot until you get the vet bill, and it's $482. Thank God you've just put it out into a monthly accrual, right? $50 a month. Any special expenses, alimony, things like that. John, you had mentioned maybe you're going through a transition. This is where you
Yes.
would put that. Miscellaneous other. All right, for my younger folks, $50. John, you're older, life's more expensive, $100. All right, here's what I want you to do, guys. Look. Go back up to your variable expenses, right here at the top. Add all those up, and all your variable expenses are gonna be in orange, okay? Then go back up to your first page, and you see the blue? Pull the blue number down, and it's gonna be plus fixed expenses. Orange, blue, War Eagle, orange and blue, War Eagle, right? Then your total number is gonna be green. You add those two up, orange, blue, War Eagle, green. War Eagle's my money, right? All right, add that up, and we'll come back in a second when you add it up and chat. All right, how we doing, everybody? We lost John. There we go. All right, how'd we come out? Jenna, what'd you come up with? What was your number, buddy?
Mine was $2,342.
And how much were you making?
2,042.
Ouch. So what happened there?
I was over
How much are you over?
300.
Oh, per month?
Uh-huh.
All right, let's do this. Take that 300 per month and multiply it times 12.
$3,600.
Oh, so after 12 months, you're in debt $3,600 on that plan that you just did. So what do you think you need to do?
Spend less money on my variable expenditures.
Yeah, what else?
Find a cheaper place in Tampa.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Get more roommates.
Yeah, you can get more roommates. That'd be good. Is that really how you want to be?
I'm hoping to make more than 35,000 a year. So I'm hoping on that, but no, I don't want to be in debt.
Yeah, okay, so here's the deal, Jenna. When you do your big four, okay, I want you to equal this number, your pink number, with your blue number. With this, well, I mean, with the green number, okay? Because I need you to balance. Otherwise, you're going in debt. You see this balanced right here? I need you to balance and not go in debt. Okay, so when you turn it in, you got to have your income number equal your combined expenditures number. John, how'd you come out? Can't hear you, you're muted.
I said I'm in debt, which I knew that already. Somehow or another, my computer cut off on me. I had to jump on my phone real quick.
That's all right. How'd you come out on your expenditures? Do you remember? And versus your income?
Oh, let's see. Fixed expense total was 11,910.
11,000?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But like with my retirement and stuff, that's not, my retirement plan, that's not I'm paying into. They're paying me. So that wouldn't be a expenditure for me. I think that's where I messed up at on some of this, was because like my health care and stuff like that, like my retirement plan is what they pay me, not what I'm having to pay into it.
Right, but aren't you still gonna be saving for retirement some? Because inflation, you remember inflation, that benefit that you're getting from the Army is not gonna go up that much.
It goes up every year, hopefully, by like 2%.
It may or may not.
You're right.
Hey, I hope
that-
unit
that
six
messed me up
scares you,
there, too.
buddy. Do
Yeah.
what?
I said I put that as expenditure instead of into my actual income, because I don't pay into it. So that'll knock it down about $3,000 there. So
So here's the whole point, John. We gotta get you balanced. Pink number here, gotta equal green number here to be balanced, right? However you
Yeah.
shake that. You're a little bit different case, obviously, an older
Yeah.
student. You've finished one career, getting ready to launch another one. Some of the things I would advise you to think about, though, is, just because you got this pension from the government doesn't mean it's going to fund your retirement fully in 20 years.
No, I'm well aware now.
Yeah. So anyway, all right. So, hey, buddy, when you turn it in, pink number's got to equal green number. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Israel, how'd you come out?
So I was under by 1246. Yeah, it's like in debt 1,246.
Oh, multiply that times 12.
14,952.
Okay, honey, you operate that plan like that, you're in debt $14,000 after your first year out.
That's not good.
That's not good. So, all right, here's the deal, guys. You're seeing it in black and white. You figured it out yourself, right? Spending plan. First of the big four, most important because it wraps together everything, right? Hey, and you notice, by the way, I didn't call it a budget, right? I didn't call it a budget. I call it a spending plan because you're spending money, and ideally strategically, to keep you sustainable. If you're going in debt, you're not sustainable. Okay. Make sense? Does that make sense? All right. Who's got questions? All right. You've got a month or longer to work on all of the big four. We've been through 2 of the big four. Okay. Don't freak. I'm going to have you out in about 10 minutes. The next part of the big four is a net worth worksheet. Hey, what is net worth? Somebody tell me, what is net worth? Net worth, it's very simple what net worth is. It's assets minus liabilities. Assets minus liabilities. It is a snapshot of your financial status at any given time. Ideally, you want net worth to do what? To go up, right? To go up. Hey, Jenna, on our savings plan back there a little while ago, how much were you saving totally per month?
Let me go back up and look. 200.
All right, multiply 200 times 12.
2,400.
There you go. After 12 months, you've increased your net worth by $2,400 just because you were saving a little bit every month, right? Tossing it in every month. All right. Now we got to get you to a situation where you're not going in debt every month. All right. Because we want our net worth to go up, right? All right. Why in the world would I want you as 20-somethings to have a picture of your net worth? Take a stab at it, Izzy. Why do I want you to have a picture of your net worth right when you're getting out of Auburn?
So that like I can go ahead and start planning for it for the future and like how to work on it.
Yes, I want you to understand where your baseline is. Okay. Hey, look, some people will have a negative net worth when they're leaving Auburn. You have more student loans than you have savings, you're going to have a negative net worth. Okay. Some people are going to have a positive net worth. Hey, that net worth may be $100, but it's positive, and every month you want it to go up just a little bit. Hey, John, do you own a house? Can't hear you, buddy. You're muted. John's muted. That's okay. John owns a house, right?
Yes, I do.
John,
Finally.
there you go. All right. If John owns a house, right? What is he doing to his net worth as he makes monthly payments? It's
Going up.
increasing it. It's going up. Absolutely. Because your liabilities are going down. And ideally your equity is going up, right? So net worth, I want you to calculate your estimated net worth, what it's going to be when you graduate from Auburn University, okay? Last of the big four. This is it, y'all. Financial goals, okay? I want you to calculate your financial goals for your first year out of Auburn, okay? Calculate your financial goals your first year out of Auburn. That would include your giving goals, debt repayment goals, educational goals, lifestyle goals, savings and investments. Maybe you want to start a business. Then I want you to prioritize your goals, okay? Prioritize your goals. Your first 5 goals, prioritize them for your first year out of college, right? All right, why do I want you to do financial goals? Izzy, take a stab at it.
So that I know what I'm trying to like work for and like save for and stuff, budget for.
That's my man. Yep, you got it right. Look, if you write down goals, you're more than likely going to achieve them. Okay. Hey, John, yours are going to be a little bit different, but you got more money on the line. You know, you're kind of older, you're established, you know, got more money on the line, right? So write your 5 goals down, or write your financial goals down and turn it in with your big 4. So look, hey, what do we have? We have, for our big 4, we have a spending plan, okay? Can you guys see this?
Yes.
All right. You can see the thing here, let me do this real quick. Hey, Oh, no, please tell me I didn't cut you off.
No, we got you.
Okay. Okay, look, you got a spending plan. You got debt list and debt reduction plan. You have a net worth analysis. Now you have financial goals. Okay, here's the deal. Izzy, you are 42 years old and you just changed jobs where you're making $10,000 more a year. What do you do?
Go back to the big four. Fill it
Yes,
out.
correct. Do you understand why now?
Yeah.
Okay, it gives you the answers to anything you want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, John, you're 42 years old. You're a retired military. You're getting ready to finish Auburn University and open a gym. What do you do?
Go back to my big four.
Do you understand why?
Oh, yeah.
Every answer to every question you're gonna have, you're gonna find it in the big four. Hey, I'm hearing some background noise. Is that from you, John?
Probably. Hold on.
Okay. All right, so y'all understand now, right? Jenna, you are 50 years old and you just discovered you're gonna get a divorce. What do you do?
Go back to the big four.
Correct. Absolutely. All right. Who has questions for me? Anybody have any questions? All right. Do you understand why we're doing what we're doing in this class? All right. Do you understand how this is applicable to your life at every phase of your life? Okay. There's only one other piece of business we have not covered. Pull out your telephones. Everybody pull out your phones. Go to contacts. Hit add contact. Put me in. It's Sid, S-I-D, James, James. I'm giving you the number to my personal cell phone. I want you to call me, text me, whatever it takes. If you have questions, cares, or concerns, I'm available to you 24/7. Okay? Telephone number is 334 524 8494. Do not hesitate to call me. My number one priority in my job are my students, okay? I'm very serious. All right, if you get frustrated, call me or text me. I'm really good at text, very easy at text. If you have questions, reach out. I'm very, very, very willing to help you in anything you need, okay? And I want you to succeed and thrive, because if you're successful, then I am, okay? And if you're confident, then I'm successful at doing what I'm supposed to be doing, okay? All right, who's got any questions? Anybody? Everybody feel good about what we have going on this semester? Hey, it's gonna be really fast paced, but you can do it. Look, I ain't had a person yet who couldn't deal with this. Y'all can do it. You just gotta put the work in, okay? Just put the work in. It's not rocket science. You're planning your life, right? Planning your life in the way that you want to see it unfold. Okay? All right. Anybody got any questions? All right. You got my number. You better call me if you need me.
Thank
All right.
you.
Bye, students who are watching.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Absolutely. We'll be in touch. Take care, guys.